Y'all, I heard No Jumper got hit with the RICO. We got Holy Yassine with the update for us. Let's see what happened, man. I was seeing this on Twitter. I'm like, yo, what happened?
This year. And no, it did not involve Adam 22, but it's very eerie because a recent podcast that Adam 22 did, and it also involved his co-host, his main co-host, Brick Baby, and he's one of the people that got arrested. So the people that got arrested were the following, and the Justice Department, and Adam 22 is actually the first to tweet this out. And he said the following: Big U's famous Crip figure.
It's the way this, oh my God. This is brain rot. You're reporting on your own pod members getting arrested and charged as if it's just any other story. Like, he's not real.
Like, kind of like an OG. He's had beef with Whack 100, who has a show with Adam 22, and there's static between those two.
Oh, so this who the Big U dude I've been hearing about.
Brick Baby, who's a co-host. Loose Cannon,
was extorting people.
Was rolling with Whack 100 for quite a while. They were part of the Exposers, where they expose people for snitching.
Am I tripping, or is Yassine talking hella slow? I might go 1.15. I ain't gonna lie. I might do it.
On Clubhouse. And Loose Cannon recently did a podcast with Brick Baby after he had a bit of a
By the way,
falling.
we are live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow. The link pinned in the comments and description. I will be doing more YouTube live streams too, so y'all make sure y'all look out. I'll try to give y'all at least two little quick streams, at least like 4 or 5 hours.
Out with Whack 100. So they got arrested in a
YouTube.
Rolling 60s Crip takedown called Operation Drawdown, where you can see a bunch of other people were included in this. Now,
wow, they got their names too. They alt names too.
For some context,
10, what up,
just the day before this podcast dropped with Brick Baby and Loose Cannon sitting.
Hold on, plot twist. Whole time Adam 22's the Fed. Hold on, cause ain't it kind of weird? He not even like, damn, my man's just got taken down. You posting it like, oh wow, so and so gets arrested and taken down. Like, these are your people.
Baby and Loose Cannon had beef for a very long time too. So it's kind of odd. You're like, okay, these guys are getting hit with the RICO and they don't even like each other. And even in that interview, they were talking about fighting or getting up and like squaring up with each other potentially if things went left. But I'm going to play you guys this clip where it talks about dirt that Big U allegedly had on Brick Baby.
We got to talk about, let's just say it, chat. Forget it. Okay, if y'all get mad at me, it is what it is, bro. We got to talk about the white men in hip hop that just run up a bag and exploit the hell out the culture while being detached, but also they want to be around it so they can profit off of it. I just think that's weird. That's why the way that he posted about that's so weird. You're not even humanizing your own co-host. You posting like it's just any other hip hop beef or bust or whatever the hell. Yo, it's XP. What up, little son? What's up?
Like squaring up with each other potentially if things went left.
10 in the cut.
But I'm going to play you guys this clip where it talks about dirt that Big U allegedly had on Brick Baby. So I'm going to roll you guys that clip right now, and this is freaky.
But what I'm saying
so he
is,
snitched?
Cuz it's just, he do police shit.
Oh.
And he gets paid by the police.
Oh.
So I can't sit there and justify certain shit because...
Oh, so Brick somebody else the best.
Brick want to bring up some dirt, I'm going to bring up some dirt, right? Because Cuz been blackmailing Brick.
Nah, he ain't blackmailed.
Cuz been blackmailing Brick.
He ain't never blackmailed
for years.
You? He ain't never blackmailed me
for years
in life.
Blackmailing a blackmail is crazy. What? Blackmailing him with what?
I know. But at
he
the
ain't never
end
blackmailed me. 06 on Crip.
But
we all we in it.
Stop me when I'm lying.
Oh, he said they in it together. Oh, y'all was in it together. Y'all went down together too, nigga.
That blackmail, nigga.
Okay,
Blackmail was holding it over somebody's head.
Okay, listen.
We all did something together. We all did something together, brother.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. I think we losing the plot. It's just clicking to me. He really said that on a podcast. What are we doing, gang? You literally just self-reported that you be into illegal stuff with someone else that got a record of doing illegal stuff. Are these niggas slow? Are they slow? Do y'all not be realizing the feds be watching social media? Like, these... Y'all deserve it. This is survival of the fittest right here. Because you can't sit here and tell me that you're actually involved in street shit and you would willingly go talk about it on a podcast. That's what I'm telling y'all. I'm 22 the feds. He'll never stop nobody from self-reporting.
So as you guys just heard, Loose Cannon accuses Big U of blackmailing, not extorting Brick Baby, and Brick Baby makes it clear, like, hey, it's not extorting, or it's not. I keep confusing extorting and blackmail. It's not blackmailing. We were just a part of something together. You know, if you know, you know. We can't really talk about it. That's a little freaky because then they get arrested. And I'm gonna play you guys the news clip that they give a bit of an overview on.
Yeah, what did they do?
Big U
I'm
was up
guessing
to.
drugs, potentially smex trafficking. What else they usually go? Oh, probably some fraud, maybe some PPP loans. I'm trying to like get my predicting. What niggas usually go down for? Shit like that. I'm guessing some drug trafficking.
This guy,
probably killing some
people. The guy was a
people.
menace.
Rachel, we're in West LA, right behind the Federal Building off Wilshire Boulevard in the 405, where we have a multi-agency investigation. The FBI, the LAPD, and U.S. Marshals. According to the FBI, early this morning,
guns, definitely guns.
They raided the Rolling 60s neighborhood crib. Now, we've seen at least a dozen gang members that have been detained and arrested here. Exactly where that raid was conducted is unclear.
They got the whole setup out there.
Clear, but we understand more suspects are en route to be booked here. Rachel?
All right,
Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the Rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since.
Why the way bro talking, sending me though? Why he talking like that?
On the internet, talk shows, and podcasts. All things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation.
Y'all niggas are slow. How slow could you be? The feds literally watch social media. They got niggas that sit there and watch that all the time. And what they do, they let y'all dumbass niggas get on these podcasts, yap, so y'all can get clout or whatever you trying to do. I don't know if they trying to impress people or what. Y'all get on here and talk about criminal shit y'all did. And because they don't immediately get y'all, they comfortable to keep going there, keep self-reporting. Whole time they want you to keep going on there and talking so they can keep building their case against y'all dumbasses. Like, what happened to real criminals? Real criminals used to try to, I don't know, do their crime in the dark. But these niggas, they want to broadcast it to everybody. Like, what is with y'all niggas? If you actually doing some illegal shit, why are you talking about it? Online. On a podcast. You know, it's not even like niggas is on some unknown podcast to get like 20 views or some shit. Nigga, you're on one of the biggest podcasts and you still say this shit.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles.
Well, he probably does. He probably does both. A lot of these niggas do both.
Funding a South LA-based charity, Developing Options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him.
Okay, well, to be fair, someone could be a murderer, a liar, a cheater, and also help their community. In fact, both of those things coexist quite often. I mean, it's all depends on perception, right? I mean, if someone's giving back to the community, is that canceled out because they killed a nigga? I don't think so. And if you think about gangs, like, that's very common. Like, gangs originally were started to like protect the community and shit. They got devolved into whatever the hell they be doing these days, but it was originally focused on community.
For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-5.
Nigga, you killed the person on your label? You killed your own artist?
I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs.
I called it. I called the sex trafficking. I called it.
Marijuana dispensaries and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business.
I called it. Did I not say? I said drug trafficking, illegal weapons, sex trafficking, and PPP loans. On God, I call all them. On God.
business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give...
Oh, no. Bro was stealing the money from the community. Nah. So you had celebrities giving money and shit, and rich people giving money to your org for the community, and you was pocketing that? Now that's lame as hell. I'm gonna be honest. All the other shit, you know, street shit is street shit. I don't know what happened for him to kill that man. Obviously it don't sound good, but shit, I don't know what happened, so that's none of my business. But in regards to that, that's the first thing I'm hearing where I'm like, okay, that's actually like horrible and very sick and evil to steal money from people that's trying to donate to your community, and you're making money too. So it's like, that's what make it even more lame. Okay, you want to steal PPP loans from the government? I ain't mad. All I'm gonna say is certain people was able to get away with being fraudulent on PPP loans, and then other people weren't. That's all I'm gonna say.
South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activity.
I mean, but let's keep it a buck, though. Let's keep it a buck. Not to make it a race thing, but kind of make it a race thing. Don't white people do this shit all the time? Like, don't white people be having front businesses for charity and then pocket the money all the time? That don't mean it's okay. I think it's fuck shit either way if you're stealing from charity. I'm just saying that certain people are able to get away with it and we never find out. So I'm gonna just say, but it's fuck shit either way. I think you're lame as hell if you're stealing from charity. I'm sorry. You're just lame. You're so lame.
Activities, his criminal enterprises activities,
corny,
from and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement. They had some
DEI hires. Okay, I see they had a Latino, looked like they had a little Asian, looked like they had a little white boy. He looked like he might be Jewish, though. I ain't gonna lie. He might be Jewish.
Partners.
Especially Brian. Nah, Brian might be Jewish, low key, looking at that last name.
Who brought about the result here today. The Los Angeles Metropolitan Gang Task Force from the FBI. It's comprised of FBI agents, LAPD officers, IRS criminal investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General's Office, Los Angeles Police Department, the North Las Vegas.
Bro. God, bro, listen to this roster of people they had on this case, gang. About 10 different departments, man.
North Las Vegas Police Department. This case is a great example of state and federal law enforcement working together.
So you guys just heard, like, how do you allegedly kill somebody that's signed to your label? It's insane levels of menacing. But in the justice.gov release that they put out, it says longtime Rolling 60s Crips leader and show business entrepreneur charged in federal complaint alleging racketeering crimes. And 18 other Rolling 60s members charged federally. So this is a federal indictment. It's not like what Young Thug was facing. Young Thug was facing the state case. These guys are facing the federal case.
Ooh.
And this is really unfortunate for Brick Baby. I don't really know too much about Loose Cannon, like his dealings. I just know the brief overview that I gave you. I don't follow that deep into things. But Brick Baby, it seemed like the guy was turning his life around for at least the past year and a half, 2 years, trying to stay out of the BS as much as possible. But like I said, sometimes when your past
I ain't gonna lie, that hat Fido
runs so deep, it doesn't matter how long it's been, they're probably going to come after you. But they're saying that the leader of this organization, Eugene Henley Jr., Big U, of the Hyde Park neighborhood in South LA is charged in complaint with conspiracy to violate the RICO Act. And then he says 2 other alleged members, Sylvester Robinson, and Mac Martin 50 Bear Claw, were arrested in the same criminal complaint in which Henley is charged. You could even check that Loose Cannon, this happened so recent because on the IG story, Loose Cannon has posted something 3 hours ago. And in the story 8 hours prior, he was posting a clip from this very interview.
What's IBM?
IBM Hoodlum.
What's IBM stand for, though?
Integrity before money.
There we go.
That's right.
Shout out to
y'all niggas just be lying out y'all ass. Integrity before money, and your ass was stealing money from charities.
IBM team, IBM Hoodlum. Shout out.
So it's a 107-page federal complaint that claims that the alleged victims of Big U, which they're accusing him of murder, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, and fraud, and this includes athletes and musicians, and this is the whole check-in thing. So these athletes and musicians were required to check in.
Oh, so okay. So this the nigga that people had to check in with, huh? I heard Draymond Green had to check in too.
And before they arrived in the city, in order for them to get protection. What do we call that? Extortion. And this is potentially what a lot of people had issue.
Right, integrity before money. Yeah, niggas literally just be saying anything.
Criticisms for maybe perhaps people like Soulja Boy or even Chris Brown. They're like, yo, why are these guys getting down with Bloods? They didn't even have to do that. Well, potentially, if they were white, they definitely wouldn't have had to do that because we don't see white rappers having to deal with that. We didn't see people telling, okay,
white artists do not have
rappers,
to,
because we're going to use Logic as an example. Logic lived in LA for a long time. They weren't telling Logic, you got to check in.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy though? Now that I think about it, that's a good point. I've never heard of white artists having to check in to be safe or get protected.
And get extorted. But it seemed like maybe the best case scenario for a Soulja Boy or Chris Brown was to just get down with the set, I guess. And they were relatively young when they moved to LA. But to continue, federal authorities...
What does it mean to check in? Okay, so like when you check in, that's basically like... So like checking in is the equivalent like when you go to someone else's like territory, you actually check in with them, you pull up. And sometimes that does include giving money for protection. So basically, the leader of the gang will protect you from their gang members robbing you or attacking you or whatever. What's up, Mendo? What's up, Lil Twan? How you doing? Yeah, that's basically what it is. So yeah, it's a common thing. But that was a good point though. Like I never hear about white artists having to check in.
He's likened Henley's Big U enterprise to a mafia-like organization that relied on his stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals. More than a dozen others are in custody tied to the case, including Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, who accuse him of his desert. Because
wait, who is Loose Cannon? Who is that?
And leaving his body in the Las Vegas desert because of the robbery of a dispensary, because that dispensary stopped making extortion payments.
So see, there go an example right there. They accused him of kidnapping and shooting a young rapper in the face, leaving his body in a Las Vegas desert over perceived disrespect and directing the robbery of an unlicensed dispensary that had stopped making extortion payments. Wait, so did he die because of that? Wait, okay, hold on. I'm confused now. Rapper in the face, leaving his body over perceived disrespect. Okay. So did the rapper, okay, it seems like this rapper was quote unquote disrespectful and on top of that robbed or told someone to rob a dispensary that stopped making extortion payments. So what that sound like? Bro was trying to be on his CEO shit like, oh, go take them niggas out because they ain't pay, and then the leader didn't approve, so he got him knocked off with a nod.
A dispensary, because that dispensary stopped making extortion payments. So this is wild levels of insanity. And the interesting part about this is Whack 100 and Loose Cannon, even Loose Cannon in that interview or podcast with No Jumper was talking about, oh, Big U's doing police stuff, Big U's doing police stuff. Whack 100 was saying Big U's doing police stuff. They were trying to frame him as he's getting paid by the police, he's an informant, this and that, which I don't know if that's true. I'm not
Maybe he is. Maybe he is. We really got to see what his charges look like, because if he end up getting a nice little friendly deal, maybe they was on to something.
But if that was the case, well, he just got picked up. He got picked up by the Fed.
But the person that snitches also gets picked up. So, because that would make it too obvious. If everyone got arrested except the leader, that would be sus. So let's say he is working with the feds. Like I'm saying, we got to see what his deal was looking like, because if he's able to get out like early or like way less years, we know what's up.
Feds though, which is different from the local police. So perhaps he had a deal with the LAPD, but then the federal government came in and said, nah, it's time for us to...
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like that's way more likely
to pick this guy up, or we've rinsed him for all that we need him for. At that point, the LAPD probably had to talk with them, because if they wanted to get rid of him, or if they still needed him, they likely maybe would have asked that the federal government chill out a little bit while they...
Nah, they could have been doing that for years. But if the feds get on it, it's out the local hands. And that's probably what happened.
Still, I don't know, gathered more information. But this is going to hurt.
Hell, for all we know, he could have stopped paying the LAPD for protection and then they let the feds come in. Who knows?
I don't know if this hurts No Jumper or gives them more content, because Brick became a mainstay in there, and this is just going to be Adam 22 getting hit harder than Vlad has ever got hit, with people talking about, man, we told y'all Adam 22 was here, his dad worked for Bill Clinton, he's here to take down all these...
Wait, what? Adam 22's dad worked for Bill Clinton. That's all I needed to hear. Okay, he's 1000% the feds. 1000%. I already thought he was, but nah. What are the odds that one of the biggest hip hop podcasts is run by a man that's the son of a former president? Which that means he probably has some other family that's into politics too.
Members, etc. And these guys were OGs, like they were older dudes in the 50s. One of them was talking about transporting an individual to engage in prostitution. Armani, aka
You say he's
Monty.
Illuminati? Shit, I believe that. I mean, just think about the shit with his wife or girlfriend or whatever. Like, the fact that like he's normalized. Okay, I'm not gonna say he's okay, let's put it like this. I'm not judging him for his preferences, but he's definitely been one of the biggest people pushing the OnlyFans shit. And then on top of that, it's like he's so soulless. Like, and him and what's his name? What's the other white boy? Trap Lord Ross. Them two. And if you throw academics in there, the three biggest perpetuators of blowing up anything that was a beef, because Adam 22 was one of those main people. Like, academics did make videos about the beefs and the gang wars and shit, but Adam 22 actually had these people coming on, like instigating like situations and everything. So I feel like Trap Lord Ross and academics just make videos. He will actually get them there. Oh, I have this person on first, and then I'll have the dude that he was beefing with on next, and then I'm over here asking mad federal questions, getting them to self-report for content for me. And then it's like, I didn't know he was related to a politician. That alone is giving like CIA, you're a CIA plant, you're here to instigate more negativity in the black community, right? And isn't it crazy how, like, no shade, the white people be the biggest voices in hip-hop? How the hell does that always happen? Vlad, what's his name, this nigga right here, Adam 22, it's always them. And it's crazy because they're detached, but yet they always stir up the most drama and make the most money off of hip-hop. And to be honest, I'm sick of it, because it's like, Adam 22 don't give a fuck about no hip-hop. He don't give a fuck about rap. He don't give a fuck about the culture. He like, oh, I can make a bag off of this. And it's like, we gotta start gatekeeping shit more. Like, we gotta at least have a standard where it's like, okay, if you white and you do hip-hop media, you do hip-hop content, can you at the very least care about the principles of the culture? Like, I don't know. Is that a crazy standard? Because like, I feel like these niggas will really get to come in our space and run up a bag, and then people who actually give a fuck about hip hop get pushed all the way down. Like, the people I watch, the views that they get, like, they should have way more off of just their credentials. Like Curtis King, shout out to him. He's actually worked with people at TDE, actually been in the industry, a producer, rapper, content creator, independent artist. I feel like he should have so many more eyes on him just off of his credentials. Justin Hunt from The Company Man, he's one of the OGs of fucking hip hop content in this bitch, and he should be getting more views than what he is. But then you'll have a person like, who's that? What's the dirt? Yeah, that boy put in a pat. You'll have people like him come in and then pop up on the scene, don't give a fuck about hip-hop, he just see a bag, got some real nice editing, he surpassed all the people who've been doing this shit for years. Like, it's it's frustrating because it's like, bro, the people that actually got something to contribute, they actually have value, they actually have experience, credentials, they just get pushed down for whatever random white person wants to fucking exploit the culture that day. And to be honest, I'm sick of it, bro. But that's why I'm glad, like, all of those creators, like, in that little sphere, like, they're working with each other. The company man's doing something amazing with his Culture United thing that he's been doing. I really fuck with that, where he's been getting a bunch of these people together, like FD Signifier, fucking Read My Soul, Money, all these people, Curtis King, get them all together and having a convo, because that's really what we need for real. We need that, not random white NPC that don't give a fuck about black people talking about the shit. Or hell, even academics, fuck him too, because like, he's black, but that's the thing, Act don't even fuck with black Americans. He one of those, like, what you call them, immigrants that like don't like black people, or like they look down at like black Americans. So fuck him too. Like, he's a big exploiter in the culture too. That's all though. That's all. I'm not trying to get my soapbox, but it's like, really fuck all these niggas, bro. Like, I support all the people who actually give a fuck about hip hop, and I don't have to agree with everything you say, but it's like, we gotta start gatekeeping our shit more. Where's the standards? Like, we gotta start having like expectations for niggas. And it's like, that's why I don't watch No Jumper, I don't watch Vlad TV, I don't watch Trap Lord Ross, like, but the masses do though. The masses, for whatever reason, the masses wants to hear about black culture from white people, or hell, even a Latino, hell, even an Asian, an Indian. They'll listen to everybody else. That's the other person who I was gonna bring up. Hold on, what's the other dude name? Vlad Sus. Yeah, Vlad, he like the most sus out of everybody. Like, Adam be asking federal shit, but Vlad literally asks the most federal questions of all time. What is that nigga's name? I'm blanking on bro name. Trying to think other white NPC. Oh no, he's not white. This one's Indian. I think his name is, he did a video on Max. It's not Ron. What's this dude name? Luesta. Him. That's another one. Here we go, right here. This another one. This another just example, just to prove my case. Luesta. This another one, non-black, that have a loud voice in the space, don't give a fuck about culture, and actually makes hella negative videos. Jaden Smith, the Nepo baby that couldn't make it. Like, what? Jaden Smith? You're trying to say that Jaden Smith isn't successful? And when have you made a video on any white Nepo babies, which they all over the fucking place? And so it's like, so we're gonna penalize niggas for helping their kids, for using their platform to help their kids. And it's not like, oh, he just some Nepo baby with no talent. Stop playing. Stop playing. Jaden is extremely talented, and I've listened to a lot of his projects actually, and he's not just, oh, a Nepo baby that just got put on just because his dad's Will Smith. Like, no, he was actually extremely creative and innovative with his music. And not only that, but the merch. Like, I still got my Sire hoodie to this day. So the merch, what else he have? He did the water thing with the little box water, whatever the fuck. He did that little food truck where he was like giving away free food to the homeless. Tried to create like a water filtration system to help with Flint. Movies, what are we saying, bro? Like, it be shit like that be pissing me off, where it's like what's up, gang? Why you always trying to frame people this way? Like, and then he did one of Max too. I'm gonna watch this just to defend Jaden. I don't know when we gonna get around to this, but I'm not going for you saying like Jaden Smith was a Nepo baby that didn't make it. Like, what? Like, we gonna act like Sire wasn't the talk of the town when it first came out? Oh yeah, hold on, I don't think I could pull it up. it might get copyrighted. I would play it, but you know, they be like copyrighted music, so that's why I'm trying to do all the react stuff first. But I think he did good too. He definitely like pre-wrote it, but he did really good. Like, I was shocked to see him on Mac stream. Like, that really made me happy because I fuck with Will. I'm glad he got some shit off his chest too. That he had that one line that was like, he said, A-list actor putting bees in the box office. It was some line he had in there that was so smooth. I think it was an A-list putting bees in the box office. It was something like that, chat, but that was so fire. I think I wish we got like a little bit more of a like convo. I mean, he was there for a little bit for a convo, but nigga was trying to show him Playboy Cardi's music. Like, what? Come on, gang. But I did enjoy Kevin Gates on Mac stream. I think that's his best guess. I mean, forget the in the booth part for him, but I think the conversation was really good. Like, I don't think anyone that's come on had a deep conversation like that. And to be honest, it's like just seeing people respond to a man having respect for himself. That was beautiful to see, because a lot of these dudes feel like humiliating themselves for content, right? And it was nice for a change to see someone that wasn't moved by, oh, they think you saying something sus, Kev. Well, I know what I meant, so I ain't worried about that. Like, that energy difference, like, I just feel like that was a really good example. Like, he's not a perfect guy. He got a lot of problematic ideologies, but who doesn't? Overall, like, what he's doing with the in the booth, like, this shit is legendary for real. I want to try to do some song challenges over here, but what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to get like Harlem to make some beats, because if I use YouTube beats, they're probably going to take my stream down. So I'm gonna try to bring some of the 30-minute song challenges over here to YouTube stream. So by the way, chat, if you're on Twitch, drop a follow to the YouTube, pull up to the YouTube live stream. If you're on YouTube, follow the Twitch, because we are going to continue this stream on Twitch. I'm still recording, aren't I? Ah, shit, I forgot to pause. I've been yapping. But yeah, anyway, about this RICO, let me just close this out. I think it's like 2 minutes left.
And said he did not know that this is what it all meant when he first signed up to be in a gang when he was, what, a 12-year-old? And in interviews... He ain't signed up to be in no gang. That boy got jumped into that shit or had family. I don't even know who he's talking about, but nah. It's usually a family thing or a neighborhood thing at that point. But it's like, it's not even really a choice. Like, when you live in a certain neighborhood, it's not even a choice to be in the gang. This is the thing. They even talked about interviews in the clip I played you guys earlier. Henley, Big U, said, I never made no athlete, no rapper give me nothing. They reach out to me because they feel a connection to me in my neighborhood for whatever reason. Maybe rappers need street cred, but nah, there's no way an athlete, NBA player, is reaching out to check in because they want to show love. Like, come on now.
They know they gotta do it.
I'm really interested to see how deep this goes. There's fraudulently obtaining funding from the LA Development Office. That's what...
Through the Gang Reduction Youth Development Program?
The government is accusing him of.
Damn.
For the Gang Reduction Youth Development Program. So they say here in the LA Times article, since around 2015, Henley's nonprofit Developing Options has received $550,000 annually as part of the program. The nonprofit was allotted $2.3 million from the city. So this guy's finessing the city from July 2018 to 2023, allegedly finessing the city. And he's drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars purportedly in salary.
Oh, wow.
And then they say the program has an extensive mandatory handbook that is appended to each contract and the Developing Options must comply with. So based on the review of documents in the course of this investigation, Developing Options appears to have failed to comply with some or potentially all of those requirements. They also said he fraudulently applied for pandemic relief loans for that record, not only his record label, but for this youth development program, which I'm not sure if it's a 501c3 or what that falls under. And then they also accused him of committing wire fraud by embezzling more than $100,000 in donations. And none of the donors were identified in the complaint. And then one of those donors was Draymond Green, making a $20,000 donation in 2019. And they said that Big U embezzled the entire donation, transferring the funds to his personal checking account. Another one was Shaquille O'Neal. If you guys don't, Shaquille O'Neal wrote a $20,000 check to the organization.
I would be pissed.
For the Crenshaw Rams youth sports team.
Wait. Oh my God. I just thought about this. What if this guy is using the program as the check-in? Instead of them checking in and giving the money straight to him, he's like, oh, you got to donate it to my organization. That's probably what he was doing.
That Big U transferred most of that money to his account. So these are some crazy allegations. And this also kind of makes sense because Shaq and Academics was talking about how Shaq rolls basically like a gangster, because Shaq reached out to Academics' girl and there's been some static between them because of that. And Shaq hit up Ak and said, yo, what's the problem? What's going on? And Academics said that he heard from a bunch of other people that Shaq is really tapped in here on some gangster stuff. So perhaps this has something to do with that. Not entirely sure. But this is wild. No Jumper's about to have a ton of content.
That sucks, because now this nigga gonna get to just sit here and make content off of the niggas that was on his platform, just like everybody else. Yeah. MF Doom said it best. Rap snitches telling all their business, sit in court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label set up for years. Well, hey YouTube, let me know what y'all think about this. I think this shit is crazy, low-key. Like, it's not surprising though. I'm just trying to understand the logic behind criminals self-reporting. Like, what's wrong with y'all niggas? Anyway, if you're watching, drop a follow to the Twitch, pull it to the stream, join the Discord. Y'all can drop me video recommendations, music recommendations. We are doing a lot of music content, so if y'all make music, pull up, let me know you do music. We can get you on some segments and have you share your music with the chat. Drop a like, comment, and follow. Appreciate y'all checking out. Until next time, you guys, we're out.